Hello friends, here we are going to learn about tangent theorem. Here I am going to show you the indirect proof which is given in Maharashtra Education Board. Actually in NCERT there is a tangent theorem in which direct proof is given. Here in Maharashtra Education Board tangent theorem is given with the indirect proof. So here we will see the indirect proof of this theorem which is the chapter circle from standard 10th. Let us begin. What is this theorem is? A tangent of any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius of the point of contact. A tangent, you know what is tangent? Tangent is a line intersecting the circle at one and only one point. So here you can see this is a tangent. A tangent of any point of a circle. You can see the point is A. The tangent L of a point A is perpendicular to the radius. OA is a radius. So what we have to prove? The radius of this circle is perpendicular to the tangent. This is tangent theorem. What is given? You know theorem is always divided into three parts. Given, to prove, and proof. Given means whatever the data is given, it is called given or it is called data. To prove means whatever we want to prove, that is called prove. And then we are going with the proof. Line L is a tangent to the circle. You can see here what is given. This is a circle with center O and radius OA. Line L is a tangent to the circle with center O at the point of contact A. You know what is contact point? When the line which is a tangent touches the circle at one point, that point is called as a contact point. So line L is a tangent to the circle with center O touches the circle at point A. Then OA will become a radius. What we want to prove? We want to prove that line L, this line is a perpendicular to the radius OA. OA is perpendicular to line L. This is what we wanted to prove. Let us start indirect proof of it. Assume that line L is not perpendicular to segment OA. You know, in indirect proof what do? First we assume that whatever we want to prove is not true. Then we will try proving and ultimately we prove whatever we have assumed is wrong. So it is proved. This is where we have to prove it by the indirect proof. So let us begin. Assume that line L, line L is not perpendicular, to segment OA. We assume that it is not perpendicular. This line L is not perpendicular to OA. Okay. Now, suppose segment OB is drawn which is perpendicular to line L. As we assume that line L is not perpendicular, then which line or which segment is a perpendicular? Then we say that suppose let that segment OB is drawn perpendicular to line L. Okay, we have assumed that this line L is not perpendicular to OA. Then we have assumed that one of the line, this is line L, is perpendicular to OB. Here you can see, as whatever we wanted to prove, we have assumed that line L is not perpendicular to segment OA. It is not perpendicular to segment OA. Then I have assumed that it is perpendicular to OB. Okay. Of course, B is not same as A. We can say B is not equal to point A. We have assumed that OA is not perpendicular to line L and we have taken OB is perpendicular to L. It means A and B both are not the same. So we can say B is not equal to A. Now we will go further. Now take point C on line L. Take point C on line L. As we can see here that first of all what do we say? Here we say that B is not equal to A. So I can say A is a point over here. Let me say A is here. A is not equal to B. Now what I have taken, take point C on line L in such a way that, what way we have to take that? Such that A dash, B dash, C. It means I wanted to take C at this side because it has to be A dash B dash C. It means B point must be in between A and C. So I will take point C over here in such a way that two conditions are to be followed. Take point C on the same line. A was one of the point which is not equal to B, as we have assumed. Earlier we have assumed that OA is not perpendicular to L. Then we said that OB is taken to be perpendicular to L, but B is not equal to A. So whatever this distance is there, the same distance we will take it at this side and we'll keep the point C. So I can say that take point C on line L such that B must be in between A and C, and the distance between AB will be equal to BC. Got it? We have to take this measure AB, and then same measure I will have to take at this side, and I will put the point C, so that A dash B dash C and AB is equal to BC. This is what we have taken. Now I will join this point over here. I will join OA. Sorry. OA, and I'll join this OC. So two triangles are formed over here. Which are those two triangles are formed? One is AOB, this triangle one, and another one is OCB. These two triangles are formed over here. We will try to see about the congruence of these two triangles. Which two triangles? That I'll write it. For triangle OBC and the triangle, this is one of the triangle OBC and another OBA, this side triangle OBA. Now we will see the congruence for both of them. Then one thing is clear from here, that is BC is equal to BA. BC is equal to BA. Why is it so? Because we have constructed it over here. AB is equal to BC. So I can say that BC, that is segment BC, is congruent to segment AB or BA. Why is it so? Because construction we have done. We have constructed point C in such a way that AB is equal to BC. So BC segment is equal to segment AB. This is number one. Another thing you can see, these two angles over here, OBA is perpendicular, which is 90 degree, and here also OBC is also 90 degree. So I can say angle OBA is congruent to angle OBC. Why is it so? Because both are right angles. As well as you can see this, in this triangle OB is a common, and in this triangle also OB is a common. So OB is a common side for both. So I can say segment OB is congruent to segment OB. What? It is common side. Common segment. So here you can see side angle side theorem is implemented. This side and this sides are congruent. This angle and this angle are congruent, and this side and this side of the both the triangles are equal. So I can say by SAS theorem, by SAS test, what do we say? That we can say that triangle OBA is congruent to triangle OBA is congruent to OBC. Both these triangles become congruent triangle as per SAS test. If it is such that, then the remaining part will also congruent. This side and this sides are congruent. This side is congruent to itself. Then this side and this side will also be congruent, or their measures will be equal. So I can say that OC is equal to OA. OC is equal to OA. Now we have proved that OC is equal to OA. But segment OA is a radius. You can see OA is what? It was a radius. We say that OA is a radius which is not perpendicular as we have assumed here. But OA is a radius. Segment OC must be also radius. Why is it so? What we have taken? We have taken on line L. It means line L is there which is having A dash, B dash, C. So that OA is a radius, then this and this both are of the equal measure. OA is a radius, then OC will also become radius. So if two radius are equal, it means the circle is same. So I can say that OA is a radius, therefore OC must be also a radius. Why both are the radiuses? Because you know radius of the same circle is of same measure. OA and OC are equal. It means both are the radiuses of the same circle. So it is also a radius. C lies on the circle. As we say that A is lying on a circle and C is also lying on a circle. C is lying or lies on the circle. Now if C is lying on the circle, that means line L intersect the circle in two distinct points. So we can say that line L, this is a circle which is passing through this 2 point. We can say this is one of the circle. It has one point C and one point A. It means this line L will not become a tangent, but it will become a secant, isn't it? Secant is a line which touches the circle at two distinct points. So tangent is a line touches the circle at only one point, and here we can see that on the same line 2 points are there, A and C, and both A and C are lying on the circle. It means that this line L will not become a tangent, but it will be the secant. That it means the line that it means line L intersect the circle in two distinct points. Which are two distinct points? A and C. It means, but line L is a tangent if it is intersecting at 2 points. Then if intersecting at A and C, then it must be secant. But as per the data, what it is said that but line L is a tangent. It is not a secant as it is given. Why? Because given in the data that line L is a tangent. So what do we say? It intersects the circle at only one point. So it intersect the circle at only one point. So our assumption that line L is not perpendicular to the radius OA is wrong. So our assumption is wrong. What do we assume? Our assumption line L is not perpendicular to radius OA is wrong. If our assumption that what we have assumed line L is not perpendicular to OA, that is wrong, that our assumption is wrong, it means we can say that line L is perpendicular to radius OA. Hence it is proved. So this is how by the indirect proof we can prove this particular theorem. I hope you have understood. Thank you so much.